All right, this one is 12 two pairs of angles. Taylor, close your Chromebook. All right, so hopefully by now y'all are good at measuring angles, or you're getting there. Guys, I have not assigned IXL, but there's a ton of IXL links on there. And there's a lot on just measuring angles.
Should I go get the protractor box?
Not right now. So if you are having trouble getting used to using the protractor, measuring angles, there's IXL links for that. Okay, now pairs of angles. Complementary. That's two angles whose measures add up to 90 degrees. So two angles, when measured, add up to 90 degrees. Let me zoom in a little bit. There. When you add them together, they equal 90 degrees. For example, angle that's 45 degrees plus an angle that's 45 degrees.
I thought you said both 45 degrees differently.
They add up to 90 degrees. Those are complementary angles. Another example would be like a 60-degree angle and a 30-degree angle. Those are examples of complementary.
I need some truffle noodles. Tomorrow's gonna be like one flying
Stop spoiling it. See so far.
Shh.
Cecilia, does the pencil that you're trying to give me have an eraser? No? She said a little bit. Oh, I thought she said no. Thank you.
Oh, you were right.
All right. The next one is supplementary.
You're so nice.
That is two angles whose measures add up to what?
180.
Very good. Y'all remember this. 180.
I don't remember.
I don't. I just was like.
Okay. Shh, 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 shh. That's okay. For example, a 90-degree angle plus another 90-degree angle equals 180 degrees. A 100-degree angle plus an 80-degree angle is 180 degrees. Those are supplementary. So do we understand the difference between complementary and supplementary?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Let's do another example. given angle A is 38 degrees, what would its supplement have to be? So if one angle is 38 degrees, what would its supplement have to be? So how do we find out what its supplement would be, Whit?
You subtract
From
180
y 180.
because that's the supplement number.
Exactly. Supplement means two angles that equal 180. So if we're looking for the supplement of angle 38, angle A, which is 38 degrees, we would do 180 degrees minus 38 degrees. That would give us 142 degrees. So its supplement would be 142. And we know we're subtracting from 180 because that's what supplementary angles are. So basically you can check by saying 38 degrees plus 142, that equals 180 degrees, so it checks. Any questions? All right, more lingo. I also have IXO links for all these words here. Adjacent. Adjacent angles. They have a common vertex and a common ray. And as we learned yesterday, the day before, that is the side of the angle. Remember, the side of every angle is a ray. Shh. Person in the back corner. So adjacent angles. They have a common vertex and a common side, you can say. I'm going to give you an example. Okay, those are adjacent angles. There's an angle, and there's an angle. You put those little lines in there to show different angles is what you do. So, they have, here's an angle and here's an angle. They have a common vertex.
Why'd you put two lines?
Because that's a different angle. Here is the ray that they share. That's the ray that they share. Y'all see that? These are adjacent. They're right next door. Be like me and Mr. Cole's room. We're adjacent. Right next door. We share a side. So we're, you know. So basically, angle ABC is adjacent to angle CBD. Notice that the vertex is in the middle. Any questions?
Question.
Yes.
Is it possible to make an angle with line segments?
Trying to think by definition.
By the definition you
By
gave-
definition, no. But I'm not going to say absolutely not. By definition, no. But then there'll be some mathematician somewhere that'll prove me wrong. So by definition, an angle is made up of two rays, and rays go on and on and on and on, right?
Mhm.
So then I would have to say no, but that doesn't mean it's absolute. Okay. Next. Y'all got this? Intersecting lines. They share a common point. They share a common point. There's the common point. I mean, that's common sense, right? Intersecting lines are two lines that intersect and share a common point. All right, y'all got it? Okay. Underneath intersecting lines, I want to add something before I show you another example. Two angles. And this is going to be a very important piece of information. Two angles that form a straight line equal 180 degrees. Two angles that form a straight line equal 180 degrees.
So that's supplementary?
Correct. But, yes. But you're going to need to know that because, like, look here. See these two angles? That is a supplementary. But know that when they form a straight line, like a straight angle, it's 180. For example, you're going to see this on tests. You're going to see this on quizzes. You're going to see this on PSAT probably. Standardized tests. You're going to see two angles that are intersecting. They're going to give you, like, this angle right here, they're going to say is 100, let's pretend it's 140 degrees. And they're going to say, what's the degrees of all the other angles? Just by knowing that. Well, if this angle is 140, and let's say those two right there, this angle and this angle form a straight line, can we figure out what the degree of this angle is? Aiden, how do I do that?
Oh, I'm not sure.
So if this angle and this angle equal to, because they form a straight line, yes? Right? And if two angles that form a straight line equal 180, what?
That'd be 40.
It is 40.
Since the other ones were equal.
Because if this, all we need to know is one angle. And if one angle in intersecting lines is 140, then this one's going to be 40. Can we figure out the other two? Michaela, how do I know what this one is?
It's going to be the same
Bingo. It's the same. The ones that are across from each other are going to be the same. Now, if you didn't know that, okay, so we had this. We know that this one's 40 because together 140 plus 40 equals 180. Then if I had this covered up, this angle and this one have to equal 180. Now, Joanne, what would this one be?
40.
That's right. And it's the same. So all you need is one measurement. And then with intersecting lines, you can find all the other measurements. Because if they form a straight line, and cover all that up, you get 180. Notice, let's say I'm going to call this line 1, or this is angle 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we know that angle 1 equals angle 3. We know that angle 2 equals angle 4. With intersecting lines. Any questions? And you know what kind of angles these are? Those are intersecting lines, but you know what kind of angles those are?
Acute.
Acute and obtuse.
Okay, good, but they're also called vertical angles. Vertical angles are opposite angles formed by intersecting lines. Vertical angles are opposite angles formed by intersecting lines. So 1 and 3 are vertical and 2 and 4 are vertical. Y'all see that? Okay. Perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines. They are intersecting lines that form right angles. Say this is line A, B, and this is C, D. All right, so line AB, remember your symbol, is perpendicular to line CD. So
Is that the sign?
this sign right here means perpendicular. Any questions? All right.
What is that thing that the arrow is pointing to?
That's the symbol for perpendicular.
Oh, okay.
That means perpendicular. Everyone have it? Are you still right? You good? All right. Parallel lines. They're in the same, they're lines that are in the same plane that do not intersect. They do not intersect. They never intersect. So, line AB is perpendicular, and here's the sign for perpendicular to line CD. And the word parallel even has its symbol in its name. Any questions so far? Wake up, Michael. All right. Traversal. Traversal is the line that intersects two or more lines.
Intersect parallel lines.
The traversal line is this one right here. That is your traversal. Okay, now comes an interesting part. I'm going to teach you alternate interior angles and alternate exterior angles, and then corresponding angles. Okay. Alternate interior angles. Taylor, are you coloring? They are opposite of traversal inside parallel lines. So You need to remember alternate interior are inside the parallel lines. For example, let's say this is angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I have two parallel lines and a traversal. Your alternate interior angles are going to be angle 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those are your alternate interior angles.
It's really alternate from the interior, it's gonna be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Wait, what?
Sorry, no, the 1, 2, 7, and 8.
What? Let's wait here. Let's stop here. So interior angles are going to be the ones on the inside of the parallel lines. And then your alternate exterior angles are opposite of traversal outside parallel lines. So for example, here's my traversal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are going to be your exterior ones. Now, with that said, let's pretend number 2, angle 2 up here is 70 degrees. And I'm using this one because it's got more room. So let's say angle 2 is 70 degrees. And I'm going to say find the measurements of all the other angles. I only gave you one, but I want you to find all the other angles. Now, with that said, can we find the measurement to angle 1?
Yes.
Michael, how do I know what angle 1 is?
You subtract 70 by the side of your
That's right, because does angle 1 and 2 form a straight line?
Yeah.
Are they supplementary? So they equal 180. So if we do 180 minus 70, what do you get? Whoops. Michael?
110.
You get 110. So we now know 1 is 110. But based on what we talked about with intersecting lines, Emily, what would number 4 be? Angle 4. That's right. Because of two things. These are intersecting lines. So the angles opposite of each other are going to be the same. But if you don't remember that, angle 2 and 4, do they form a straight line? Do they form a straight line? Yes, they do. Angle 2 and 4. See that? Do you see that? Angle 2 and 4 form a straight line. So that stands to reason that if you add them together, you'll get 180. So what would 3 be, Cecilia?
Also a straight line.
Okay, do what?
A straight line.
3 and what number? Okay, so 3 and 1 form a straight line. So what would the measurement of 3 be?
I could get 70.
I gave 70. That was the very first measurement. I said angle 2 is 70, so how can we find all the other measurements? So what would 3 be? Michaela, you want to help her out? What would 3 be?
It would be 70 because the 70 like diagonal from it, or you could do 180 minus 110.
That's right. So we have intersecting lines. Angles opposite of each other are going to be the same. 70 and 70, 110, 110. But if you don't remember that, like you said, Cecilia, angle 1 and 3 form a straight line, don't they? This angle right here and this angle here form this straight line, so they equal 180. So if we know this is 110, then we could do 180 minus 110, and that would give us 70. So then angle 3 is 70. Okay? All right, so I'm calling you again. All right, so let's look at these parallel lines in these. 2 and 6 look to be similar, right? What do y'all think 6 is?
70.
Bingo. So then, Cecilia, what would 8 be?
110.
Emily, what would 7 be?
70.
And what would 5 be, Gabby? Y'all see that? All you need is one measurement, and you can find all the other measurements. Interesting, right? Y'all write that down if you haven't already. Y'all got it? Got it, Emily? All right. Corresponding angles. They are angles that sit in the same location on opposite parallel lines. So for example, parallel lines, traversal, angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Your traversal lines or angles, your corresponding angles would be like 1 and 5. Or like
3 and 7.
3 and 7, or 8 and 4, 6 and 2. All of those are corresponding angles, but we need to make sure we realize angle 1 and angle 5, corresponding angles. Angle 2 and angle 6. Angle 3 and angle 7. Angle 4 and angle 8. Those are your corresponding. Any questions? Now, once you get that written down, open up your books to page 495. But make sure you copied all that down first. I don't think so. No, I don't think you need it. Because it says without measuring. All right. So we're looking at number 2. All right. Let's see. Michaela, read the directions.
Name all of the following found in the figure using letters
Wait.
G.
Are you on page 495?
Oops. I was on it and then it flipped.
That's
I don't know
okay.
what happened. Okay. 495. Find the complement of the following angles.
All right, so number 2 is 82 degrees. What would the complement be? Gabby? 8 degrees. What does complement mean again?
Not in 90 degrees.
That's right. It's 90 degrees. So complement means 90 degrees. So you could do 90 degrees minus 82 equals 8 degrees. So there's its complement. Any questions? 4, 63 degrees. Taylor?
27.
That's right. The complement is 27 degrees. 90 degrees minus 27, minus 63, sorry, equals 27 degrees. That's a 6. All right, number 8. Emily, read the directions.
Find the supplement of the following angles.
What does supplement mean?
180 degrees.
2 angles that give you 180 when added. So this one's 118. So Emily, you tell me what the supplement will be. You work it out and you tell me. Perfect. So 180 minus 118, 62 degrees. Okay. We're going to jump down to number 20. Cecilia, read the directions.
Without measuring, find the following angle measures.
Without measuring. They do not want you to measure. So number 20 is they're looking for the measurement of angle 2. So in the diagram next to it, they gave you the measurement of angle 1. That's all they gave you. So Cecilia, tell me, you can do the math, tell me what the measurement for angle 2 would be.
We're doing it by 180, right?
Well, no. Are you supposed to?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm asking why would you do that?
Because
I'm not saying you're wrong. But tell me why 180?
no.
Well, we've talked about it multiple times. So why 180? They give you the measurement of angle 1. And we're looking for angle 2. Joanne, do you know?
It's,
Okay, so help her out.
2 and 1 both make a diagonal, like a straight diagonal.
Straight line.
And
And the straight line equals what?
180.
There you go. So, Cecilia, do you see that? Angle 1 and angle 2. Do you see how they, if you put them together, they make a straight line? Okay, so a straight line equals what, Cecilia?
180.
Okay, so you're correct. That's why I said you weren't wrong. I just want to make sure you understood. So do you have the measurement for angle 2?
143.
You're correct. 143. Because, and we can check, angle 1 plus angle 2 will equal 180 degrees because they form a straight line. If angle 1 is 37 degrees, all you have to do is subtract that from 180 and you get 143 degrees. So 37, we can check, plus 143 equal 180. Very good. I just want to make sure you totally understood. So 22. 22 is looking for the measurement of angle 4. Michael, what would that be?
143 degrees.
Why is that?
Just the opposite of 72.
Okay.
Also,
Yes.
4 and 3 and K.
Or 4 and 1.
Or 4.
Yeah, so 4, look at the diagram, 4 and 2 are opposite angles, so they're going to be the exact same. And angle 4 and 1 form a straight line. As you can see, they're right next to each other, so that would give you 180. Good job.
Aren't we making angles into lines?
Very good, Taylor. All right, let's look at 32. Whit, read the directions.
Given angle 1,
Measure the measurement of angle 1.
given the measurement of angle 1, which is 101 degrees, find the measure of the following angles from the previous figure without measuring. Also give a reason for your answer.
Okay. If you look, they're talking about the figure right above. Y'all see this figure in your book? They have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they have 5, 6, 7, 8. Does everyone see this figure in your book? Cecilia, you got it? Aiden, you see it? Okay, everyone see it? Good job. Joanne, do you see it? Okay, good. So they're saying angle 1 in the directions. We're going to have Cecilia redeem herself. Is 101. This angle right here is 101. So 32 says, what's the measurement for angle 4? All right, Cecilia, as your chance to redeem yourself. She is 100% correct. Good job. So, angle 1 and 4, do they form a straight line, boys and girls?
Yes.
Yes, and a straight line is 180. So, I was watching, she did 180 minus 101, and she got 79. And again, you can check 79 plus 101 is 180. So she did good. All right, let's see. Ooh, 34. Measurement of angle 8. Aiden.
101.
Yep, 101. Do y'all see that? Angle 8 and angle 1 are corresponding angles. Therefore, they're going to be the same. Any questions? You will be doing page 495, numbers 1 through 11, odd. You will be doing number 21. No, I don't like that.
Where's 21? Oh, yeah.
One, two.
Okay, let's see. And 31 through 37 odd. These are due Thursday.
How many?
11.
And I think you're going to have your quiz Monday. Quiz Monday.